Ben Carson was asked to take over for John Boehner as House Speaker by congressional Republicans. This is an unbelievable story and an unbelievably random story. Raw Story reports on it, quote, Representative Matt Salmon, a Republican of Arizona, confirmed to The Hill that he was part of a group of 3 party members who approached him. A second unidentified source said that several GOP lawmakers breached the possibility to Carson in 2014 in case they were able to vote Boehner out of his position. And naturally, Ben Carson was very happy about this, that, hey, mommy, people like me, look. So here's what he said, quote, they were looking for an alternative. They were looking for someone strong and courageous. That's how he views himself, by the way. Like, other people might look at him and say, low energy or sleeping, but he's like, I'm strong and courageous. He continues, who might really be able to add some spine and some backbone. I was very flattered that there were several members that thought I'd fit the bill very well, but I think it played out correctly the way that it did. It would have been very difficult for me to do my job as the Speaker of the House while running for president. Okay, this is classic Ben Carson, because I'm not even sure that that's possible. I tried to find the answer earlier, and I have to admit I couldn't find it. Part of that was because of time limitations, but I don't know if somebody can actually be Speaker of the House and President at the same time. Now, believe it or not, you actually can be Speaker of the House if you're not a representative. Who knew? Who knew? That seems like a very random thing, and people, it's kind of like a loophole, I guess, where some people every once in a while vote for somebody during the process who's not already a representative. So he would technically be allowed to be Speaker of the House, but I genuinely don't know if you can be Speaker of the House and President at the same time. And I'll tell you why, because they're like in the chain of command, I guess you could say, or they're the third person in line if something were to happen to the president. So in other words, if for some reason the president dies in office, then it goes to the vice president. Then if something happens to the vice president, then it goes to the Speaker of the House. And for, security reasons, safety reasons, and just practical reasons, I don't know if you can be Speaker of the House and President. And I'm sure Ben Carson doesn't know either. But this is classic Ben Carson. He's like, yeah, maybe I could have balanced both, but it would have been a difficult thing, you know what I mean? And I'm flattered that people want me. And oh my God, think about what this means about congressional Republicans. Because you can have no other takeaway from this story but congressional Republicans listening to Carson and thinking, nailed it. That's our guy right there. Seriously? The entire time that he's been running, it's just been scandal after scandal after scandal, to the point where even the mainstream media, and they do treat Republicans with kid gloves most of the time, even they're face palming and they're like, oh my God, did he fucking say that? No, he didn't say that. Did he say that? Oh God, he just said that, didn't he? So for example, he was talking about how the pyramids were actually biblical grain silos. A comment to which experts were like, okay, stop. You need to just stop. He also said in the middle of a debate that China is in Syria. Again, everybody was like, no, they're not. How can you say that? You're running for president. This is a national debate with millions of people watching. He had deals with supplement companies where he pretended like the supplements helped cure cancer. All right, you can't do that. You should be in jail if you're pushing a fake cancer cure. This is something that he did. And then, of course, when he was called out for this, he's like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't have a relationship with that company. And then, cut to, there's old videos of him doing speeches for the company in like the 90s or the 80s or something like that. I mean, what an unbelievable joke this is.